Question 6.3. A scientist measured the diameter of a polar body and the diameter of the nucleus inside it. The diameter of the polar body was 10.4 micrometers and the diameter of the nucleus was 7 micrometers. The density of mitochondria in the cytoplasm of the polar body outside of the nucleus was 0.08 mitochondria per micrometer cubed. Calculate the number of mitochondria in the polar body. We should assume that the polar bodies and the nuclei are spherical and they give us the equation. So the first thing we need to do is work out the volume of the nucleus or the nuclei and the volume of the polar body. So we're using the information that they give us in the question. They tell us that the polar body is 10.4, so we're going to use that and we're going to put that into our equation that they give us. So we're going to do 4 over 3 and we're going to multiply that by pi, which they've told us is 3.14, or you can use the pi button on your calculator, and then we're going to multiply that by the radius, which is 5.2, because it is half of the diameter, and that 5.2 is then going to be cubed. And that gives us an answer of 588.98. So that is the volume of our nucleus. We then need to do exactly the same using the information that they tell us about the nuclei. So we're given 7 micrometers for this one. So again, we do 4/3 times by pi, and we multiply that by 3.5 because that is the radius, and we cube that answer. And that should give us an answer of 179.59. So we're now going to work out the difference between those two volumes by taking away the volume of the nucleus from the volume of the cell, of the actual polar body. So this gives us our answer of 409 if we're rounding up. Sorry, 409, which they will give you 1 mark if you've got that correct answer for that difference. If we know that there's 409 micrometers cubed, we also know, as they tell us in the question, that the mitochondria is 0.08. So we take our 409 and we multiply that by our 0.08, and that should give us our answer of 32.72, or 32, or 33 if you round it up, or 32.7. They will allow 1 mark if you have worked it out correctly, but you've used the diameter rather than the radius. So if you haven't used 5.2, you've used 10.4 and you've used the 7 instead of 3.5, but you've worked it out correctly, they will allow 1 mark for this.